Okay, just okay. So I have got Clodagh here. Clodagh is up in Fermanagh, and she is going to have a little chat just about her background. She did the first Glow Girls training back in March, and she's just going to speak. So Clodagh, just a brief introduction and welcome, and thank you so much for coming on.
All right, thank you, Tara, for having me. I am Clodagh Russell. I live in Enniskillen and I'm a play therapist and parenting coach, and that is my background.
And you signed up to do the Glow Girls in March, which was the very first one. You're one of the hell yes ladies. Tell me, why were you drawn to that? Because that's very different to what you traditionally would do.
Yeah, and you're right, Tara. It's so different. I felt definitely when I saw your Instagram page and I saw the Glow Girls being advertised, I thought, oh my gosh, that is definitely a market that is needed, that age group, 10 to 14. And obviously I do work up to age 13, but primarily the younger children. And I just felt for that age group there was something lacking. Yes, I'm a therapist, but the Glow Girls is more of a therapeutic service rather than actually being therapy. And I think that particular age group really needed that. So I was very excited about starting it.
And you were brilliant on the day. So think back to that day. You were with some of the ladies and you had a really good rapport that day. We done the training and then you left. And just tell us, what did you do next, or what were
You
you going to do?
frozen, Tara?
Sorry, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? No? Okay, sorry about the technical difficulties there. So, Clodagh, you left the training on the Sunday in March, and tell us, how were you feeling? What were you thinking? What were your plans?
Okay, so yes, I left that particular Sunday and I was very excited. I couldn't wait to implement it. And then when I got home, I thought, oh my, how am I going to do this? Because I am so used to working on a one-to-one. So this is going to be very different.
Yeah,
And I thought, right, how will I even start to think about this? And I think I was overthinking it because, I mean, Tara, that day you actually give us a framework.
yeah,
And it's a very simple framework.
yeah,
But I also remembered you had talked to us about you'd given us, permission to collaborate with people if we felt that helped us.
yeah.
And I was very lucky then to collaborate with the conscious coach, Terry McCanney. And we had a meeting about it all, and we just felt that we could do it together.
Yeah.
So Terry looked after sort of the movement side of it, and I looked after delivering the actual framework and the content.
And that's amazing because we covered
And it,
collaboration in the training. So collaboration.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
So what were
yeah,
you
yeah. No, it was
thinking?
definitely, I felt so much safer delivering that. And
Yeah.
I think that's what happens, Tara. We tend to overthink things. You handed us the framework on a plate, so to speak. And we were always very reassured that you were there on the sidelines if we needed any guidance. But I think it's difficult, particularly probably my girls are a lot older. I'm probably, a lot older than some of the girls that are delivering this program. So I'm sort of wired within my job every day. So I was sort of having to come out of that comfort zone. Um, and that's probably what I found difficult. I was sort of having to do something new, but something that I knew I was passionate about and something that I knew that needed to be, delivered and implemented.
So then you ran your first workshop, you and Terry. Tell us the feedback. You put it out there. That was a bit different for you, wasn't it? Putting it out there and having like a ticketed event.
Oh, 100% exactly. And that's probably why I say I really enjoyed the collaboration. But I know you can do it without it.
Yeah.
But I'm not great with social media. And the fact that I thought, oh gosh, put myself out there and also, organizing the Eventbrite, the ticketing. So Terry sort of looked after that side of it. And we put it out there. And it was like, my gosh, it was sold out, Tara, within I think a half an hour. We definitely found the older children, and you had talked about this also, in the training, that you had felt from experience that that older group, 12 to 14, it's maybe better to capture them within maybe football clubs or schools. So we, for that reason, we run our program from age 10 to 12 because we felt that was the interest. The interest is where it lies within a sort of a group setting. Now, we have been contacted by schools to deliver, post-primary schools to deliver it to the older age group. But presently we haven't done it purely because I don't have time. But the work is there. I just don't have time to deliver it. So anyway, we did it 10 to 12. We ran 2 programs the first day, and it was just fabulous. The feedback was just amazing.
So
It
tell
really,
me
really
about that, because
was.
that's what keeps you going, because you can see you're making a difference and it's impactful. So tell us some feedback you got from the young girls or their parents or caregivers, or what do you see
Uh,
on the day?
I suppose what we say, I suppose, picking up the energy, you could just see how much the girls were enjoying it. The feedback from the parents just saying that their little girl really, really enjoyed it. They felt so empowered after it. Couldn't wait to show their parents the little things that they made. Just very simple little things, and I touched on that before, Tara, just simplifying it. Just the simple little things about getting that age group together. And it was lovely too because we could notice that some girls came on their own, some came with friends. But for that age group, being able to just actually get together with sort of pretty much strangers too was so lovely even to see that.
Oh, that's gorgeous. And after you finished, did you feel like that fire in your belly to keep offering this around your season of life and your own current work?
100%. Definitely, I feel it suits me. When you talk about the season of life and the fact that, I'm like I say, my girls are older, I'm established in my career, but I can still put that sort of in. It's a nice little, I don't want to say sideline, but it's a nice, I suppose because I'm doing therapy all day, it's a nice sort of say therapeutic service.
Yeah.
And I think you get the feedback, it's more instant. And that's what I suppose I love about it. Now, we did do 2 programs on the one day, and on reflection, I think one was enough. And moving forward, we're just doing one. But yeah, and we have another date now booked in for February. We haven't launched it yet. So definitely once you get into it, and I have people asking me about it all the time. And another thing too, Tara, I find, all right, we'll do the next one, but we'll tweak it. No, you don't really have to tweak anything. Yes, you may give a little bit of time to a particular topic. You might, start earlier or end later, but the actual framework itself doesn't need to be tweaked. Really, yeah, I think we just overthink it. I think we overthink everything, don't we?
Yeah, we complicate it. It is a 5-step framework. It's really simple, and the girls respond really well. But we like to complicate it. I know that. And the Be Your Own BFF is my favorite workshop to deliver. It's the one I go back to time and time again, and every girl I do it with loves it, and the
Yeah.
feedback's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is just fabulous. And then we incorporate the movement. So within that, we do the activities about helping the girls recognize how they can be their own BBF through arts and crafts and how their body feels when they're doing that, but also through the movement. So you incorporate all different things. It's fabulous.
So, Clodagh, for anyone that's watching you now and is dying to do that, but they're just at that kind of in between stage, they've done the training, they're dying to do that, it feels scary. What would you say to one of the girls, one of our facilitators watching now?
I would just say go for it. And also don't be afraid to contact me. Contact people who are doing it. I'd be more than happy to have a chat with anybody. And I'm the girl who social media didn't want to go there.
What's your
Didn't
handle, Clodagh? Just call it out for the guys.
It's earn play therapy. Yes, earn play therapy. But all that side of it, really, I had massive imposter syndrome around that. But once you go for it and you get the feedback, it's just amazing. Definitely go. And you can deliver it sort of anywhere really. You know, you can definitely adapt to the facility that you're in, which is fabulous about it. But go for it and don't be afraid to reach out for support. And if you're feeling apprehensive, that is totally normal.
And we're still quite short on very Southern Ireland getting facilitators in. So if there was anyone that ever came across this and was curious about the Glow Girls program, and I talk about ebb and flow working, there's enough work for us all. Not one person can serve every single 10, 11, 12, 13, 14-year-old girl in Ireland or the UK. What would you say to someone that has no background in having their own business, no background in working with young people, but has a real like urge to do that, like the women like you, like the hell yes ladies? What would you say to someone that maybe?
Yeah, I say if you have the passion to do it and you want to make change in these young people's lives, you know, these young ladies' lives, just go for it. You don't need, you know, a background in therapy or a background in teaching. Yes, I'm a therapist, and I've repeated myself about this a few times. It's a therapeutic service. You know, Tara provides the framework. So you have a framework. And I suppose actually going back to that just quickly, Tara, I think that's what I mentioned to you when I first started, you know, on the training, that yes, I want to implement this. And I know anybody can go and implement a program like this, but I felt great safety in your framework. You know, and I think there's, you know, a framework also sort of makes us accountable, so to speak, you know. Um,
And it's
yeah,
been tried and tested and tweaked
yes,
because the original framework I would have worked with didn't work with that age group. And that's what yeah, and it works really well. And I use it and you use it and you need it, don't you, just to deliver excellence and good service.
yeah, you really, really do. And there is room. I mean, you say about people, you know, maybe near where I live. I mean, there's room for all of us. You know,
Yeah.
there really, really is. And we're all there to look after each other. But I think whatever your background is, if you have the passion and you care, you know, about these girls from age 10 to 14, just go for it. So the framework is there. You just need to have the love and the passion.
Yeah,
And reach out to girls that have done it already.
that's amazing, Charlotte. Well, thank you so much.
Okay.